Hey witches, this is Sharon LaVey. This April 30th, I'll be in Los Angeles to celebrate Walpurgisnacht at the Witches' Sabbath 3. Walpurgisnacht is a German holiday with pagan origins, but to me, it's the Independence Day for witches. It's the biggest party of the year for Satanists, and it's the night to have the most fun of all. On Walpurgisnacht in 1966, the Church of Satan was officially founded when Anton LaVey ritualistically shaved his head and declared it to be year 1, Anno Satanas, the first year of the reign of Satan. This year is the 58th anniversary of that night. I summon you to come forth and indulge with us in ceremonial rites and earthly delights this May Day's Eve.
My name is Shane Bugbee, and I am the last person Anton LaVey made a priest in his Church of Satan, making me the youngest of the old guard. You asked about the Witches' Sabbath and what might be going on this year, the third Witches' Sabbath Walpurgis number 3 in Los Angeles, April 30th and May 1st, 2024. Let's think occult and secret knowledge. It's secret. I will say we're going to have a bloodbath burlesque show, beautiful women dripping in blood. We're going to be doing a satanic ritual. The satanic ritual is very, of course, theatric, but we put a lot of time and effort into it. We're making special robes for it. These are rituals that we are writing ourselves. They've never been done before. It's a lot of work we're putting into the rituals. I would say that's the main component of the Witches' Sabbath, Walpurgis number 3, is the satanic rituals. We will have 2 rituals that are going on. One conducted by Sharon LaVey, Stanton LaVey's wife, and the person who is in charge of the great-grandchildren of Anton LaVey, their mother, Sharon LaVey. And I'm going to be conducting the other satanic ritual. Sharon will be participating in my ritual, and I will participate in her ritual. You know, Sharon and I are both part of satanic history, and that lasts forever. But these are a first time for these rituals, so they're historic. And I like to say that when appropriate, when something's historic, it should be known. A lot of things go on around the world, and it doesn't make them necessarily historic until they make the history books, until something happens like that. And you make the history books by accident, not on purpose. But when you make them, you should be proud of that, and I am. We're going to have a really cool band playing called Pagan Ritual. They do black metal. I love black metal bands myself. I brought the first black metal into the United States the year Anton LaVey died. I brought Dark Funeral in and Mortis into the country for the Expo the Extreme in Chicago, Illinois. The side note on that, Dark Funeral's rider was really cool because we had to get him like 4 gallons of actual ox blood, 2 pig heads, and 2 5-foot upside-down crosses with huge spikes in them so we could spike the pig head onto top of the crosses. So I would say all the events I've had a part of are very theatric like that, and that's how the Witches' Sabbath will be. And it's at a very small venue, a secret location, and because it's a small venue, you're going to be lucky to get in there and see this. There's very few tickets available. We plan on doing a sex ritual. I have to abide by the laws of Los Angeles, California, so I'm not going to do anything to get the event shut down. And yes, the first Witches' Sabbath that I did in Chicago, towards the end of it, it was shut down by, let's say, 18 police squad cars surrounded the area, the whole block, shut off streets. 2 police helicopters were above the event, shining lights down on it. And the Domestic Terrorism Task Force showed up. It was a real wild scene. I happened to have been on mushrooms at the time, so it was even wilder. It was great. I loved it. I laughed. I cried. No, I didn't cry. But the event was spectacular. I mean, it was pleasures of the flesh times a million. And that's basically, you know, when you're talking about the Witches' Sabbath, it's about joy, it's about pleasure, it's about having fun, and somewhat like you could say camaraderie amongst snakes and wolves and creatures that are very individual and very opinionated. So this is a moment where we can just hang out and appreciate each other, and then, you know, the other 363 days of the year we don't really appreciate each other maybe. Maybe we hate each other, but this is the time to put all that stuff down and hang out and just enjoy the vibe, enjoy what's going on around you, or shrug your shoulders at stuff you don't enjoy. It's not about catching beefs. It's about enjoying the pleasures of the flesh. We'll have a bunch of cool DJs playing at the Witches' Sabbath this year in Los Angeles. And in between the DJs, the bands will play a couple songs, so no one's really hammered with a full set of music. You know, 45 minutes of a band you don't like. We'll get some DJs in some vibe, and then we'll have a band play a song or two. We'll have bands play in between the DJs. We have another band called the God Bombs, I should say, and they're going to be performing. And I really enjoy this band. Main ingredient with all of the artists we work with is vibe or energy. It's not like we're picking a band because of the look, though that counts. Aesthetics count in Satanism and witchcraft. Our event, the Witches' Sabbath Wall Purchase #3, and all of the Witches' Sabbath Wall Purchase events are non-denominational. So we invite pagans in, Wiccans in, anyone who considers themselves a witch, or anyone who's interested in witchcraft. We don't hold anyone else's beliefs against them. Yet. But God Bombs is playing, and their book, because of the energy they put out this really strong satanic energy. There's going to be beautiful women there. There's going to be the bloodbath burlesque. There's going to be music. There's going to be cool witchcraft happening. I do events that I want to go to, that I would do anything to get to, lie, cheat, steal to be at that event. And that's how I produce an event. It's an event made by artists, for artists, let's say, or by witches, for witches. So we really care about this. We put so much time into this event that we could never profit from the event as how many hours we're putting into it. Sharon and I both, and Lucy, are all putting in an extreme amount of time to make this event as perfect can be. And I look forward to seeing you, Satanic Radio, at the event. I appreciate your help on us tell people about the event. I will also have copies of my new book, Inside the Satanic Temple, Their Secrets Revealed. I was one of the people who helped start the Satanic Temple. I know, don't hold it against me. It was a big mistake. I got duped, but that's all in this book. Inside the Satanic Temple, Their Secrets Revealed. And that should be up, that's up on Amazon, and the ebook should be available by the time of the event. So you can get it for, I think the ebook's like $6. The real book's $36. I suggest the real book because it's like, I suggest hard copies. Digital stuff seems to go away like that. So it's like, this is an important piece of literature in the satanic and occult world, my book. The founding of the Satanic Temple, Their Secrets Revealed, my new book, includes the full last interview with Anton LaVey, the last interview with Stanton LaVey, and the last interview with Carla LaVey so far. She says she won't be doing another interview. They're great interviews, if I do say so myself. And they answer a lot of unanswered questions about Satanism and stuff that really turns the table on the propagandists on all sides of Satanism when they talk about Anton LaVey and the LaVeys. I was friends with Anton LaVey. I was friends with Stanton LaVey. And I'm friends with Carla LaVey. And of course, I'm friends with Sharon LaVey. I'm one of the few people who have talked to all of the components in Satanism. I was friends with Peter Gilmore. I was friends with Doogie Mesner, or Lucy and Greaves, as people know it. He was a protege of mine. I mentored him for quite a long time and helped him start the Satanic Temple. So, I'm the source. I'm a great source for this information, and I tried to share that with people in this book, and I hope you appreciate that.
I'd like to introduce myself. I am LucyVon. We are fast approaching the most diabolical time of the year for us Satanists and witches alike. Our high holiday, our unholy Witches' Sabbath, Walpurgisnacht. In honor of this most grand occasion, Sharon LaVey, Shane Bugbee, and myself are hosting the 3rd annual Witches' Sabbath gathering in the Hollies of Wood, the city of fallen angels, Los Angeles, California. At last year's Witches' Sabbath, we hosted the Miss Satanic Witch pageant, which, of course, your one and only satanic goddess, myself, LucyVon, so graciously accepted the title of Miss Satanic Witch. We have decided to continue this tradition of the Miss Satanic Witch pageant. So all you witches out there listening, come to Witches' Sabbath and show us your magic for a chance to be crowned Miss Satanic Witch 2024. Among the other things we are going to be having, we have also a limited number of VIP tickets available on baphometx.com. Again, tickets are available on baphometx.com. The VIP tickets include VIP seating, signed Witches' Sabbath poster, a signed Sharon LaVey photo, a book by Shane Bugbee, and lots of other devilish treats. Plus entrance to the question and answer meeting the day after, and a VIP dinner with Shane Bugbee, Sharon LaVey, and myself. Pure carnal pleasure and delight. After all, Witches' Sabbath is where witches rendezvous with the devil. So come rendezvous with us at this Witches' Sabbath. And for now, that's all I can disclose. Now I must be off to catch my breakfast. And as always, Hail Satan.